This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. Does Abu Dhabi really deserve to be the final race? Another year done and dusted. 2022 is in the bag and it all ended at the Yas Marina circuit once more, which, if I'm being completely honest, usually ends the season on a mediocre note, unless you have outrageous controversy like we had last year. Now maybe this is something that F1 don't mind too much. Perhaps it's like the last 15 minutes in a nightclub where they put on all of the slow classics to calm everyone down. Who am I kidding? It's all because of the premium Abu Dhabi pays to be the final race of the season, and nothing else. Can you imagine if we'd ended the season in Brazil with what was, to many, the best race of the season? What a high it would have left us all on. Glorious. Instead, we had to endure, yes, endure, a race where most drivers were spread out by a few seconds and there was no real opportunity to overtake. I did enjoy the element of strategy that played out, as it was marginal between a 1 and 2 stop and the constant wondering of whether Perez was going to catch Leclerc at the end of the race, but that was about it. The track changes, even with the 2022 F1 cars, have made the track flow more, but made overtaking, in my opinion, harder. I've really got to question why they chose to take out hard braking zones and replace them with more flowing corners. This literally makes it harder for drivers to brake later than an opponent. I can understand the last sector changes and how they've stopped them from all being hard 90-degree corners, but turn 5 and turn 9? Yes, they've made these corners more flowing and allowed for a possibility to perform a switchback if the car defends too aggressively on the inside, but we hardly ever see it. Formula 2 it's more possible due to their severe lack of downforce compared to Formula 1, but for the pinnacle of motorsport it's just made it harder. Sebastian Vettel attempted countless moves on Esteban Ocon into turn 9, only for the Alpine driver to cover the inside line, and that was it. Move unsuccessful. We filmed with Charles Leclerc recently, and to my surprise, he even said that he preferred the old chicanes at both turn 5 and turn 9, rather than the reprofiled corners. You can tell he lives in Monaco, can't you? Let's take a quick look at our sponsor for this video, Surfshark VPN. When you're chilling out and wanting to watch something, you surely want more content, right? Well, you can access more shows on places like Netflix or other streaming services that aren't available in the UK. Plus, your internet experience doesn't have to change when you go traveling. With a VPN, you can stay secure during your journeys and use the internet as you would back home. Speaking of the word secure, free public Wi-Fi can be the absolute dream when you don't have any mobile data, but it's also a blessing for hackers. It's always better to use a VPN when connecting to public Wi-Fi hotspots to keep those hackers at bay. It's also got an ad and malware blocker, cookie pop-up blocker, 2-factor authentication, and 24/7 support. It's safe to say you have your own bodyguard service with Surfshark VPN. So what are you waiting for? Get Surfshark VPN at surfshark.deals/WTF1. Enter the promo code WTF1RACE for 83% off and 3 extra months for free. That's surfshark.deals/WTF1RACE for 83% off and 3 extra months for free. On the flip side, Hamilton last year said, "I like the track and the changes they have made to the track. It has made the track much more enjoyable and much more flowing." Sebastian Vettel also said last year, "I think it's good. I like it. It makes the track a lot faster, so it's exciting." Now, from a driving flowing perspective, it clearly can be a lot more enjoyable for the drivers rather than difficult to negotiate hairpins. But let's not forget that the drivers enjoying a circuit to drive doesn't necessarily mean it's a good track for racing. So how should the track layout be? Well, in my opinion, you don't have to go all the way back to the old chicanes, but a corner that isn't as sweeping is absolutely the way forward. Actually introduce a proper hairpin, one where drivers can send a lunge up the inside, and the drivers are forced to slow down pretty dramatically. I'm thinking China turn 14 kind of vibes. Maybe not as harshly angled as that, but pretty close. This is all we need for good racing. The formula is there for everyone to see. Long straights leading into hard braking zones. Abu Dhabi, make it happen. They won't, but we can dream, right? There you have it, a look into Abu Dhabi as the finale and the circuit as it currently is. Would you make any changes? What are they? Let us know in the comment section below. Big thanks to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video, and click the link in the description below.